And that's another thing we're able to do is design for their ministry. You might talk about a little bit about that. Coming from a pastor's home, you understand that every ministry is different.
Yes.
And so what do we do to help incorporate what they do into the building?
We want to go there and see, talk to the pastor, see what kind of church service they do. Go there and see the service. You know, I was at a church night before last, and as much as we like sound lights and video, as much as churches do, this church does not. They're a traditional church. They come from a 100 years background. They want enough video, but they don't want what you're seeing in all the church, the lights, the smoke, the flashing lights. They don't want that. So we like to go and participate, see what they're doing, what they like, where they're going with their ministry. You'll find some that don't have it, that want it and want to go in that direction, and others that don't.
Yeah.
So we want to be accommodating to what their needs are.
Yeah, and we want to design the building to fit their ministry versus making their ministry fit their
The
building.
Yes.
And so because every church is different, their vision is different. You know, some churches are really outreach oriented, so they want to have that flair, and some churches
Yes.
are more missions oriented. We did a church here in town, but they have a whole wall with the world.
Yes.
And they want to make sure that that is predominant when people come to their church, that missions is a focus. So
Yes.
that was incorporated into their building.
Yes.
You have ministries that are children's focused. And so they say, you know what, we want to do smaller sanctuary, but we want to go all out with the kids, right?
Yes.
And so those are the conversations that we're able to have in those early meetings and the due diligence. And when someone goes with less of a design build process, they maybe don't get that.
Absolutely.
They maybe miss out on designing the building to the ministry.
Absolutely. We absolutely want to design for them. We don't want our picture or our deal on the building. We want it to be what the pastor and the church wants. And sometimes you'll find architects that will design a building that they love.
Yeah.
And that's not what we want to do. We want to design a building that the church loves and needs and it functions.
Yes, and they can continue to do what they need to do. And I know one thing is the design changes, the buildings change, what's popular, the
Yes.
trends change, but the message is still the same. And we just want to help them to be able to communicate that message in a way that works for their ministry.
Yes. And one of the best things that you're looking for is a spoken word.
Yes.
It's still the best thing.
Yeah.
We want to be able to deliver that word. I heard a story that I don't remember how many times it took, but the words that Clint Eastwood said, "Go ahead, make my day." We still all remember that, right? But it was that spoken word, and he had to take several takes to get that exactly right, the infractions on the face and all. We're being able to deliver that for pastors now that you used to couldn't do.
Yeah.
We can give them an up-close shot, and they can really get their message across.
Yeah, and through video, they can have things pre-prepared, that they
Absolutely.
don't actually have to do that Sunday
Yes.
in front of everyone and make sure they're in the moment. They can prepare them, and that's something that can help them in their ministry.
Absolutely.